Hey everyone, this is James. I hope you guys are having a great day today. And in today's vlog, I just wanted to share some tidbits, some informational pieces that I wish I would have known way back then. I wish somebody would have told me way back then. And it's not necessarily mistakes that I've made, but it's just suggestions that I would offer to you based on experiences that I've had. So 3 things I just wanted to talk about with you guys real quick. They're in no particular order, so I'm just going to start hammering away here. So here we go. The first one is, if you're a Canon shooter, Nikon shooter, Sony, whatever you use, my recommendation would be do not scrimp on third-party batteries. So here's a small handful of the LP6s that I use for my Canon cameras. I've got a whole bunch of these, but Watson is a popular brand out there, kind of a third-party battery. I tried 2 of those in the past, and the recycle time as well as the recharge time almost burned me in one wedding. I had multiple cameras going at this wedding I was filming, and then one started flashing. I mean, the thing was fully charged. It said, right into the ceremony, it starts flashing. So luckily, because I had multiple cameras, I didn't freak out. If I just had one, that would have been a mess. But I carry a small bag of these, and I've probably got, gosh, I don't know, a bunch of these. I'll just say that. So I just grabbed one out of my pocket, popped it in there, and kept going. But that was enough to tell me stay away from the third-party batteries. And now I've also seen that confirmed in numerous forums and groups that I'm a part of. So if there's one piece of information I can tell you and share with you, it would be, don't do that. Get the OEM batteries, spend the extra money, if you're a Canon shooter, get the LP6s, get what you need here, and get you some extras for the day. Because weddings can last anywhere from 4 hours to 12, 14 hours. Yes, I've been on some that long. And when I've got plenty of these, I don't have the fear factor, and the worry factor goes way down. And I'm good for the day. The second thing I would recommend that you do is when you come home and you dump your images or your footage into your PC or Mac or whatever you're using, I would recommend that you don't turn around. There's just a couple of cards that I use here, 64 giggers. I've got a bunch of 32s as well. But the one thing I would recommend that you don't do is if you've got a wedding on Friday and then another wedding on Saturday, I've had this situation in the past, I'm sure many of you have as well, is don't dump these, don't dump the data into the computer and then turn around and reformat them and get them going again. And I'll talk about the reason why in just a second. But what I do is there's usually about 5 cards that I use. If I'm filming a wedding, it's usually about 5 cards that I'm using throughout the day, sometimes 6. And I have 3 groups of those 5. So if I'm filming on Friday, I'll run that footage into the computer, and then on the next night or next weekend, or whatever the next wedding is, I'll take the next group of 5 and I will use those, and I'll rotate between them. That way, if something happens with the drive, at least you've got the actual raw data to fall back on. I've had that happen once. This actually saved my butt. And that's where I'm going with the next thing. So batteries, cards. The third suggestion I would make, and I'm sure many of you do this already, but just to throw it out there, is again, you come home, you run the images or the footage into your PC or your Mac. Make sure you also copy it onto some type of external drive. I've got a system with mine where I've got multiple drives that are in a RAID or mirrored configuration. So there's some redundancy and some safety there. But even beyond that, the data, again, whatever it is, whether it's images or footage, is copied onto 2 more of these separate. And that way, actually, one of these, I'll show you the other one in just a second. And that way I've got that fear factor and worry factor for me goes down. The other drive, this is just basically an easy store. I also got some Toshiba drives. So there's that. And then I also use one of these, which is basically, if I can get this guy open here. This is basically a case that I purchased off Amazon. And then inside here is an SSD that I can plug in. So then I can take this drive and I can plug it into my Mac, to my whatever, and then I can take off, go on mobile from there as well. And I'm not even going to try to get this on at this point again. So again, just 3 suggestions I would suggest to you. Again, if you're just starting out, if you've been filming or photographing weddings for a while, if these are things that you're not doing, implement them now, please. At least the cards, at least definitely the storage piece where you're at least backing your data up. I've been in all 3 situations before. I've had a drive crash on me before inside my main workstation, and luckily everything else was on here. And then even, so I go back and forth between Final Cut and Premiere, and even as I'm making what I call versions of whatever I'm working on or moving on throughout the film, then I'll take the latest, again, make a backup, make a backup, make a backup. So that's just me. I just like to expect the unexpected, and just wanted to suggest and share with you guys that if you're not doing that already, get on it. All right. So 3 tidbits from James Schuler here, just helping you out, guys. And hope that's beneficial for you guys. You guys have a great rest of your week. I'll catch you on the next live stream or video that I do. And you guys have a good one. Stay safe out there.